Buongiorno everyone and welcome back to Lineup Predictions. Welcome back to the Magpie Channel TV, where we're going to predict tomorrow night's lineup against Aston Villa away in the Premier League. 8 o'clock kickoff, live on Sky Sports I believe. Haven't even checked that, not too sure. Pretty sure it is. Villa lost the last couple of games to Man United and Man City. Played well though. They're currently sitting in 11th on 26 points, my mistake. We are 15th on 19 points, which we have been for feels like about 2 years. We haven't been getting any wins, haven't even been getting any goals. Not got a goal to show for the last almost a month and a half, almost 11 hours of football. Let's see what Brucey's got to do tomorrow, because are the gloves on? Are the gloves off? Does he know what he's doing? He's just hired a fucking 6th co-manager, Bournemouth's number 2, Graham Jones, I think he's called, to join Steve and the other Steve, and that's Steve's mate. Can't even fucking keep up with what Brucey's doing at the minute. Like, he hasn't got a fucking clue. But we'll get past that. He tried to change things up against Arsenal, took the gloves off, and for the first half, to be fair, I thought we were okay. We were better looking than we had been. You could tell that we were trying to attack more. It wasn't awful, horrible defensive bullshit until the second half. Miggy Almiron, I thought, had a pretty good game. But what has he said? He says he's confirmed that he's likely to stick with the same approach, which I'm happy about. I think we should. I don't think we should put the gloves back on and revert back to the bullshit. It was one game. It was maybe it's an early experiment. I don't really think he probably should have changed it up for the Arsenal game just yet. But we needed to see something. There had to be a reaction. It wasn't the reaction we wanted, but I don't think we should crawl back into our shell. I think we should just run with it, see what happens. Federico Fernandez is out with muscle problems and might be for a few weeks. He hasn't confirmed the exact length of that, but yeah, it might be a little lengthy one for Fernandez. 2-3 weeks maybe, hopefully not that long. I want to see him back tomorrow. I thought he would have been a big inclusion. Kieran Clark is a doubt after signing his new contract. Fabian Shaw should be back. Bruce says he might be, but then Keith Downey's gone on to say that it's likely that he is fit and will probably pair with Jamal Lascelles at the back. Dwight Gale is unwell. He's put forward a negative COVID test, so that's good news, but he's still not well and won't be involved. But the good news, potentially, hopefully, Saint-Maximin is back. He's been training all week and his fitness levels are very, very good, according to Brucey, and he will be in the squad. Confirmed. Will he start? Probably not. That's what I'm hearing. He's probably going to be on the bench. He definitely won't start. I wouldn't have thought. He should have some inclusion from the bench. Is it too early for him? Will we be chucking him in? That's what I'm saying. On the bench, yeah, starting, I wouldn't. He hasn't played a game since November or something. He's been out for a long time, so to chuck him in at the deep end would be typical of Bruce. It would be, but hopefully fucking not, man. Like, yeah, we all want to see him back, but if we need him for 20-30 minutes towards the end of the game, yeah, if his fitness levels are as good as Bruce says, great. But yeah, maybe he's just try and hold off as long as we can, get him another week in training under his belt, and hopefully he can be fitter again going into next week. Aston Villa have John McGinn suspended. Courtney House, is that how you say his name? Courtney House, he's injured. And there's a doubt on Trezeguet, so they've got a few key players missing. Before I go any further, I just want to mention the like target. Last week I set an ambitious one. I didn't really think we would have got it. I set 200 likes. Yeah, I didn't really think. I underestimated you fuckers. I've done this before. We actually got 308. You beauties! Fucking 308 on a 200 like target. I honestly thought that was mega ambitious, but honestly, the support on the channel in the last couple of weeks has gone mad. The likes, the views, the subscriptions, they're flying high. So thank you to everyone watching. Please make sure you smash a like on this one. Let's try and get 250. And don't forget to subscribe as well. We're pushing 10k. We're almost at 9 now. I think we've almost had 1,000 subscribers in the last couple of weeks. If we can get another, hit that 10k, happy days. So I'll go into the lineup prediction now, and just before I do that, I will say that I agree with Bruce sticking with these 4-4-2, whatever it is, whatever the forward formation, 4 at the back, need defensive bullshit. If he wants to do 4-4-2, 4-4-1-1, 4-2-3-1, whatever it might be, I'm all for it. I'd assume it'll probably be 4-4-2 because he's old school, innit? Pure Mike Bassett thing. But with Fernandez being out and Clark being a doubt, Shaw just coming back from injury, it is a bit sticky because I had a formation lined up during the week, like a predicted lineup before I knew people's injury situation, and I personally would have been starting Fernandez and Clark had they been fit. I think they're our 2 best defenders, certainly on form. Lascelles came back the other day and he's just not good enough really, is he? Shaw's a bit suspect. He's probably better in a 5 at the back where he can do what he does best, get forward. But with Fernandez being ruled out and Clark being a doubt, that's not going to happen. So I'll get into centre-backs in a second. Start with goalkeeper, of course, Carl Darlow. Dubravka still going to have to wait his turn to get back into the team. And into the back 4, one big change that I would like to make I don't even know how fit he is. I'm not really sure what his levels are like. He's been in and out of the bench for the last month or so. He hasn't gotten a game. He's on the bench one week, not the next, so I've got no idea what he's like at the minute. But if he's fit, I'd love to see Javier Manquillo brought back. I thought, 5 at the back probably suits both Yedlin and Murphy if given a chance as a wing back. In a back 4, Yedlin, probably not the best idea. He's been in great form lately, to be fair. I was a massive hater on Yedlin a month or so ago, up until the Liverpool game. Since then, I think he's been fairly consistent. Not world class or not, but decent enough. But yeah, 4 at the back, he's not the best there. Kraft came in against Arsenal, and for the first half, I actually thought he'd done well defensively. He was getting forward and put a few awful crosses in. Shocking. Yeah, first half though, blocks, headers away, right place, right time. I thought they struggled considering how well Kieran Tierney done on that side in the cup game. I thought they struggled down that side to get balls in, but yeah, second half I think the wheels came off for everyone really. I thought everyone was a little bit shit in that second half. Same on the other side, which I'll get to in a second as well. So yeah, Manquillo for me if available. And as I mentioned before, what Keith Downey says, the centre-backs are likely to be Shaw and Lascelles, probably the 2 fittest centre-backs that we'll have, with Clark and Fernandez being out. No Paul Dummett centre-back. Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much all we've got available, and Keith Downey pretty much confirmed that, so that's what I expect the 2 centre-backs to be. And on the left-hand side, I'll be sticking with Lewis. Jamal Lewis, he's probably better as a wing-back as well, similar to Yedlin and Murphy. Not great defensively, but again, like Kraft, I thought he had a pretty good first half defensively. He was getting his tackles in, getting blocks in. They were struggling to create anything on either flank. But second half, it was why Lewis gets stick. And it's exactly why he gets stick. Like, his defensive positioning, it's awful. He gets lost. Like, he can play good first half and then second half, they completely missing. Get caught out, lets people get past him. Just positioning, that's his biggest thing. Defensive positioning, defensive instinct, it's zero. There's none there. But I do believe in him. I've got faith in him. He's still a new £15 million signing from summer gone. I just really want him to do well. He was a good signing. He had a high profile. Liverpool were after him, of course. We've spent decent money on him for Mike Ashley's standards, 15 million. It's quite a bit. So yeah, I do want to stick with him. I really want to see him come good. I do believe he's got the potential. He's just still very raw. He's got a lot of work to do to live up to his standards, but the standards that we expect and what everyone else expected of him. But yeah, I think we should stick with him. I don't want to say Dummett there. I'm not Richie's biggest fan as a fullback. Him too is probably better as a wing back. But yeah, so for that reason, I will stick with Lewis. Give him a chance. I'll start at centre mid, and I was quite happy to see that lineup against Arsenal. Matty, I've been calling for the last few weeks, where he's been frozen out. Instead, his fucking brother and Jeff Hendrick playing ahead of him. So I was over the moon to see him back. I was quite surprised to see Hayden benched, though, for Jonjo Shelvey. But I did quite like how much Bruce seemed to have been going for it, because Hayden's great defensively, doesn't offer a lot going forward, whereas Jonjo Shelvey's the opposite. He can't seek out a forward pass if he wants to, if he's up for it. If he picks his head up, sees a pass, he can. He just doesn't do it enough. And I thought both of them, even Matty included, and I don't like hating on Matty, but I thought they both were very, very poor against Arsenal. I think maybe he's having two attacking-minded centre mids. Probably, it's not a good balance. I think Hayden being there to be the guy to sit back probably would take the heat off Matty a little bit, or vice versa, but I'd rather see Matty there than Shelvey, so that's why I'm going to go for them too. Hayden and Matty in the centre mid. Hayden to sit deep, be the rock in front of the back four, which they're probably definitely going to need, being one short than what they're used to. Instead of playing five at the back, Hayden does need to just sit in front of them and help protect them, whereas Matty can get the freedom to push forward, join in with the attack. I think that's the perfect balance. Like, two attacking centre mids, it's no good really. Especially not when Shelvey only performs well once in every 3 months or something. So yeah, I think that's the good balance. That's what I want to see. If Shelvey starts ahead of Matty, alright, I'll accept it, but I'll not be overly happy with it. I'd definitely rather see Matty. I think he brings a lot more to the team currently than what Shelvey does, and certainly more than what Sean Longstaff and Jeff Hendrick do. On the right mid, I really, really, really want to see Jacob Murphy. For fuck's sake, Bruce, he brings him on too late in games. Like, Joe Linton's been playing on the left wing, Miggy on the right. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. On whatever day it was it Monday we played Arsenal? I thought we were good in that first half. We were getting forward, Miggy especially. He was getting the ball, driving the defence. He's shown a lot of pace, a lot of determination to get forward. But there was just no idea. On the left flank with Joey, that was fucking absolutely non-existent. That was absolutely pointless. But Miggy, he was getting forward, but I just don't think he's maybe got the footballing intelligence to see the play open up in front of him, or the decision making to just do something. Like, he was just dribbling for dribbling's sake, then losing it. Like, I remember at one point, Callum Wilson made a good darting run. Miggy just had to slide it in behind, but didn't see the runner. He looked scared to put a cross in. He was waiting for Emil Kraft to come on the overlap to give it to him. Like, he wasn't taking shots from outside the box. He just wasn't doing anything, despite how well he was doing on the ball and showing that pace. Kieran Tierney, I think, was carrying a little bit of an injury, so I think he was maybe a little bit scared to go to him. But that's where we needed Murphy. We needed someone with the ability to just whip a ball in, not be scared. Like, he did that when he came on, like, but it was too little too late. Like, start him from the start. He's been doing this for the last few weeks, like, similar to being calling for Matty to get a start, where he's been on the bench, he's been frozen out. Murphy's been the same, and since Murphy came into the team, even as a fullback, he's one of the more consistent players. At least he tries to get forward. When he's got the ball, he shows great determination, pace to get forward, the ability to whip a cross in, even trying a shot, even if it doesn't come off. I'd rather see someone have a pop from 20-25 yards, test the keeper. Why not? Instead of trying to just run it in and then getting tackled. It's fucking pointless. So definitely Murphy to start. I'll give Miggy the benefit of the doubt in playing him on the left-hand side. I'd love to see Ryan Fraser start, to be honest, but I'm not even sure if he's back. He got a second yellow, so that should just be a one-game suspension, correct us if I'm wrong. So he served the suspension for the Arsenal game, so he should be fit. I'd love to see him back. I think him on the left-hand side with Murphy on the right would be great. Two real wingers who can put in a good cross, create some options for the strikers, get on the end of one of the crosses. But yeah, I think Fraser might be a little bit out of favour now. I think he may have discerned Brucey's trust, which is fucking mad to think about. Like, he definitely is one of our best players when fit and healthy, but I think he was thrown in the game he got sent off. I don't really blame him for that at all. It was stupid, the second yellow card. The first one was dubious. when you're on a yellow card, you shouldn't really be making the tackles that he did for that second one. So he's got to take some blame for that. But Brucey seems disappointed in him. So even if he is available, I don't really think he's got a place there at the minute. I think he needs to get back on the training field, work on his fitness, work on trying to get some form before he's brought back into the team. So that's where I'll stick with Miggy. If he can do what he did on the right-hand side against Arsenal, with a little bit more decision-making, quicker decision-making, then yeah, you can have a spot there for me with a front two of Andy Carroll and Callum Wilson. Callum Wilson, of course, I don't even need to mention why I'm putting Callum Wilson in my team, because he's the best fucking striker, obviously. So we'll move on. Andy Carroll, yeah, Dwight Gale's injured. I'd maybe look at a formation change, maybe Miggy playing as a number 10 if we can bring Fraser in. I'd quite like to see that. Joey maybe to play up front with Wilson, but he hasn't really done anything to warrant a starting place at the minute, whereas Carroll, he comes in and he tries his heart out. Like, he's got this reputation of being crocked, injured, past it. I think he's just coming up, 32 years old? Like, in football terms, that seems ancient. Like, he's labelled with this injured dinosaur, but he's not. When he plays and when he's fit, he's a fucking handful for anyone. He's all over that pitch, covering it full back, on the wings, up front, at the back, on the back line when defending set pieces. He's absolutely brilliant. And up front as well, he's the danger man. We can lump the ball up to if we have to play that way, if we're going to just lump it up to the big guy. So be it, as long as Wilson's around him, as long as Almiron's around him, to get on the end of when he heads it down, if he doesn't give away a foul, because the referees love to give Andy Carroll a foul. So yeah, that's the best starting lineup I think we'll have available, with a couple of exceptions maybe. Yedlin or Kraft to play at right back, Richie maybe left back, Fraser maybe to come in. Who knows? I'll let you have your say. I'll just run through the bench that I've got down. We've got Martin Dubravka, DeAndre Yedlin, Kieran Clark if fit. Not really sure how he stands at the minute. I've left Kraft out for some reason, just because I don't really feel the need to have two right backs. Like, there's more need further up the field, especially with no strikers really being available. So yeah, if Clark doesn't feature, then Kraft can have his spot. Richie, Sean Longstaff, John Joe Shelby, Jeff Hendrick, Alan Saint-Maximin back on the bench. Hopefully we can see some minutes from him. And Joe Linton as the only option as a striker. It's just, as long as he doesn't start, that's fine by me. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Let me see your predicted lineup in the comments below. Give me a score prediction as well. I'm not going to, because I'm trying to stay positive. Don't want to be sprinkling the negativity around these parts. So, no score prediction from me. We'll see how it goes on the day. Come back tomorrow night where me and Renty will be there on the watch along as always. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and enjoy yourself.